So now we're going to talk, since we've talked about different breeds of cats, and we're going to talk about how we would actually care for them. We're going to start off with grooming. Really, any cat would benefit from regular grooming, regardless of whether it's short hair or long hair. It does a couple different things for the cat. It would remove any old, dead hair that's been shedding out. It also gives the owner the opportunity to check the cat for any parasites like fleas or ticks, any skin disorders, or eye or ear problems, much like in a dog. So specifically long-haired cats, they do require a little extra grooming. They really do need daily grooming to keep hair free of any tangles and mats. Also reduces the risk of hairballs. So different equipment for long-haired cats include combs, blunt-ended scissors if you need to cut out any mats, nail clippers, grooming brush, and grooming powder. Grooming powder is a little bit different than stuff that we talked about in dogs. Combs really should include one comb with teeth of like two sizes, very similar to, I'm sure you've seen those human combs that have like two different size teeth, and then another fine tooth comb or a flea comb, and that'll help get out any fleas. It'll also help tease out any mats. Grooming brushes should have natural bristles. Nylon bristles can actually cause excess static, and then your cat looks like they stuck their paw in an electric socket. Grooming powder can be any number of things. Could be baby powder, could be talcum powder, or even cornstarch. So first you're going to use your wide tooth comb to comb all areas of the cat to remove most of the tangles. You really want to be careful around sensitive areas like the belly, under their tail, inside their legs, that sort of thing. If you need to, you can use the blunt-ended scissors to cut out any tangled or matted hair. The blunt end helps so you're not like poking your cat with them. Once the coat, is free of any tangles or mats, you want to use your fine tooth comb to comb down to the skin, really get in there. You actually want to brush in the opposite direction of the natural hair growth and sprinkle that grooming powder onto the cat's skin. That'll help remove any excess oil, help soothe any irritation that might be in there. And then, of course, your final brushing is done with that soft, natural bristled brush in the direction of the hair growth. And what that does is it just kind of smooths everything back down and gets that grooming powder nice and close to the skin. All right, short hair grooming. Usually, you're just going to use your flea comb. That removes any parasites. It'll remove any small mats that might happen in a short-haired cat, although they don't get matted nearly as much as long-haired cats. A soft chamois, that's actually how it's pronounced, is chamois. I know it's spelled like some crazy French word, but pronounced chamois. Silk or a nylon pad can be used to help the hair kind of sit back down towards the body and not, puff up. Sometimes you can use a rubber grooming brush, but what ends up happening with that is that it ends up being a little too grippy and it ends up ripping out good hair that we don't want to rip out. Bathing cats. This is always fun. Most of the time, bathing's only performed for show animals. Trying to bathe your own household cat, most cats hate water. So actually trying to put them in a bathtub or spray them down with water is like a terrifying experience for them and ends up resulting in a very terrified cat and an owner that's very scratched. If you are going to have to bathe your cat and know that you're going to have to do it regularly, you want to start bathing them about 4 months old. That way they get used to it. You don't really want to splash the water or run the water while the cat is actually present. You want to put about 4 inches of warm water in a tub and then gently lower your cat into the water, and that's how you're going to get the whole cat wet. You can use like a cup or something and pick up some water and gently run it over the cat, but you don't want to like stick your cat under a running faucet. You want to make sure that you're keeping water out of the cat's eyes and ears. You don't want anything getting in there and causing a problem. Then you want to apply the shampoo, lather them up, and then rinse everything away. Medicated shampoo will help control fleas, but baby shampoo will work for just regular bathing. And that's actually nice because it helps baby shampoo is good for like sensitive skin and it won't irritate them as much. You can either towel dry them or you can actually blow dry them with a hair dryer. Just make sure it's not on the hot setting. Make sure it's on like the warm setting. So you want to check their ears regularly for mites, very similar to how you would in a dog. You can actually apply ear drops if mites are present. If their ears look kind of like dark and crumbly and have kind of a waxy residue inside them, that's an indication that there might be mites. And you also want to make sure that you're checking their teeth and gums during grooming. If you're feeding them dry food, that really helps clean their teeth very well. Um, but you want to make sure that you're checking them regularly during grooming. So nail clipping is very similar to how it is in dogs. You want to use nail clippers when they do need trimming, but you don't want to cut into the quick, much like a dog. Um, Most cats that use a scratching post really don't need their claws trimmed. They kind of work it themselves and they don't need it. All right. Of course, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or accusations. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and the next ones will be on pocket pets and rabbits.